Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Colleen. I'm here with my sister Mary today.
Hey.
And today is the first episode of folklore and superstitions. So, very excited about this. It's home with COVID. You come up with different ideas to entertain yourselves and research, and I love to research. In fact, I've been told I should have been a private investigator prior.
That's for sure.
So
you don't even want to know what's been going on around here lately.
Anywho, so today I'm going to be talking about the superstition of knocking on wood. So what I want to start off with, let me get to my notes here. Okay, so the intro I have written is, in the research for this episode, there are some differences amongst countries, but the common thread is that trees house spirits, whether asking for a favor or making a noise, knocking, to have them either to have the spirits not hear the wish, or not hear boasting to spirits that were in the trees.
What kind of spirits, Colleen?
Well, there's a couple, but you jumped out of my order here, Mary.
Okay, I'll wait.
So I did a definition of what is a superstition. Since the first one we'll be doing superstitions, and next time we'll be doing a folklore episode. So a superstition is a belief or practice typically resulting from ignorance, a misunderstanding of science or casualty, a belief in fate or magic, perceived supernatural influence, or fear. It is commonly applied to beliefs and practices around luck, prophecy, and certain spiritual beings. Getting back to your point, Mary. Particularly the belief that future events can be foretold by specific, unrelated prior events. The word superstition is often used to refer to a religion not practiced by the majority of a given society. So, there we go. So the first topic, like I said, is going to be knock on wood, or in Great Britain, it's called touch wood.
They can't hear me touching.
I know, Mary, but they can. Okay. So, early on, meaning very early on, humans did not want to make evil spirits jealous. Or as my sister Mary would say, jelly. They would knock on the walls or knock on the walls of the huts to make noise. The thought is that the noise would keep spirits from hearing their words. If the spirits would hear the words, that luck may be ruined.
So they knocked while they were talking, so the spirits couldn't, the whole time?
No,
And then they whisper?
Right, to clear the noise. The noise would clear all the time.
Except sometimes you point.
Yeah, but you can't see me pointing. Or as my sister Maureen used to say, my what was Buchanan? Bob Buchanan? The old-time Republican? My Buchanan hand. I couldn't remember his first name. Okay, onward. Okay, so this, she got me all disjointed here.
I always do that. I don't know why.
Okay, so there's some thought that wood itself has protective powers, not necessarily the spirits within the trees. Christians felt blessed if they touched wood, as wood was used to make the cross, the crucifix. Patricia's not here today. My niece Patricia was going to join us, and she is the theologist of the family. So maybe I'll put it in the show notes or post it on our Facebook page, which of course is...
Maybe we can do a part 2 and she can talk about that.
Okay, but the Facebook page is Folklore and Superstition. Actually, it's a group. Okay, so Celts believe that gods live in trees. A knock on a tree was a thank you to the gods for one's good luck, not wanting to be seen as ungrateful. Some of the gods or entities, here we go, Mary, that is believed to live in trees are dryads. You know what a dryad is? I had to look all this up.
No, I don't know what a dryad is. Sounds like an ad that got wet and then got dry.
Yeah, that's it.
So, like in a newspaper.
Yeah. It's folklore, and in Greek mythology, a nymph inhabiting a forest or a tree. Or fairies, a small imaginary being.
I love fairies.
Of human form that has magical powers, especially a female one. She believed she had fairies at the bottom of her garden.
Fairies are the best.
Okay, and then nymphs. What do you think about nymphs, Mary?
I don't know. You said what they were before, but I think I forgot.
A mythical spirit or of nature imagined as a beautiful maiden inhabiting rivers, woods, and other locations. The idyllic world of nymphs and shepherds.
Is that it? Is that all the spirits?
That's all that I came across.
What about the elves?
I'm sure somewhere there's elves. Don't go there. Please. Go ahead.
What about the elves that bake the cookies in the trees? That's good luck.
I find that,
and they spit out a cookie.
I find it good luck when I find a box of those EL fudges.
But they come from the elves in the trees.
Okay.
Okay, so, go on with yourself.
Oh my goodness, she's killing me. Okay, so now here I had a question for Treasure. The next topic is about druids. The oak tree is central to the druids. The word druid is thought to mean they who know the oak, from a combination of ancient Celtic dru, D-R-U, means tree, and W-I-D means to know. Trees become places of worship, truth-telling, and prophecy, not unlike altars today.
Well, like the truth, like...
You're killing me.
No. This is like real. This is not a joke. This is just what I'm connecting in my head. So truth and wisdom, like an apple tree, and Adam and Eve ate the apple, and they got the truth and wisdom, which in the end was really not a very good thing, because they were very happy being ignorant. No calls during the lives. I'm sorry. So that's just what that reminded me of when you said that.
Okay. Okay. Where am I? Okay, not unlike the altars today. Okay, this is where I believe, so centuries ago, people believed that trees were sacred and contained spirits. When the trees were cut, their spirits were this I found interesting, subsequently released, thereby making the wood available to their house, other spirits such as evil spirits. I found this pretty interesting. I reread that right in my notes. So, like, trees are cut, houses are made from woods, and that's why early humans in their huts were touching the wood, because they felt the spirits came with the wood.
Were there, and they could have been evil, so they had to you can't hear me, no. Knock on the wood.
I don't know. What's happening to you?
I don't know.
Okay. So then I found other cultures, what other cultures do. So, okay, touchwood has been known to Britain in the British vernacular since the 19th century. Modern times, the use of knockwood or touchwood is really the idea of don't get too ahead of yourself. Is more.
I think they have a lot of wood in the palace in Britain.
What?
I think there's a lot of wood that they walk around knocking on all day.
Yeah, just to annoy Elizabeth and Philip. That's why he's got a heart condition.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bet they knock on Charles's head.
Wow. How much caffeine have you had today? Okay, so then...
It's too much.
Another thought is that when kids play a game like tag or something and there's a safe spot, the tree is always a safe spot typically. So they touch the tree because it's their home base and they're safe. And then in Britain, there's a game called Tiggy Touchwood. So if they touch the tree, they're immune to whatever. Okay. That went over well.
So they're safe if they touch the tree.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's in Britain. There's a lot. Okay, so the origins of knock-on-wood may never really be known for certain. The superstition remains the same and popular around the globe and has even given rise to several local variations. So in other countries, this is something. In Italy, they say touch iron. Toccaro ferro, I'm sure I messed that up, shortened version of Toccaro ferro di cavallo, meaning touch horseshoes. That's another, and then I just said that's another show. Because then we talked about it.
Horseshoes are good luck.
Yeah. So you touch iron. But then that's when we talked about last night about the mezuzah.
Oh, yeah.
And Trisha, and again, my theologist said that it's in the Bible. So that's going to be another show. So in India, I'm not even going to attempt it. When the attempt to hope or for a fortunate statement is not turned around, synonymous with that sentiment is also true for touch wood. In Indonesia, one knocked their fingers on wood and then their heads when overhearing someone say bad things.
Say that again.
In India, declares Amit, Amit, A-M-I-T, A-M-I-T. That's Indonesia. Okay. One would knock their fingers on wood, then their heads, when overhearing someone say bad things. Okay.
I've never seen
this is interesting. I don't know. I could not find this answer. Maybe somebody out there has it. The Bulgarians usually knock on wood to ward off misfortune when the nearest wooden object is used for knocking, except for tables. I need to find out why they don't knock on wooden tables.
That's a superstition.
Because I got to figure that out.
Huh.
And then, of course, in America, we have, during the 18th century, when men used to knock on the wood stock of their muzzle loading rifles to settle the black powder charge, ensuring the weapon would fire cleanly. Hence, good luck.
I wish they could see your hand language.
I had to read it. And it's a pretty short, it's a big topic. I really didn't have too much luck in really drilling down to much earlier dates, but I thought a lot of this was interesting.
Did you knock on a table and got bad luck?
We weren't in Bulgaria to worry about the table sitch.
Oh, right. We're in the U.S.
So, any other thoughts, Mary, or just while you're narrating as I'm talking?
Oh, I think it's pretty interesting, like the whole, not necessarily knock on wood, which is interesting, but like the whole, I don't know, like superstitions, where they come from, why do we do them, do they work? I don't know. Some people believe, like, is it psychological or is it real?
Do you create it? Is it self-fulfilling?
Is it something you manifest? Like, I don't know. Right. But there's so much out there. And then, like the medicinal ones, like an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Like, why?
That comes from somewhere.
Why? So I just think it's all kind of fascinating.
Yeah. And
fun.
Yeah. So, this is our first episode. I am going to now learn how to upload it. And when you see it, please subscribe because I'm going to try and do one of these a week. Got lots of info. We have a website page, Folklore and Superstition. Not a website, a Facebook group, Folklore and Superstition. Instagram, I'm still working on that because I'm old.
Right?
Yeah, that's
on Google and
wherever you listen to your podcast, you can subscribe and like. It's all appreciated. If you, of course, have any corrections or any future ideas, it would be greatly appreciated. And what do we got? We're recording this on Friday, March 5th, because I always want to know that when I listen to a podcast.
So, yeah, like how old it is, you never know.
Right. So that's that. And be good, be kind, and wash your hands. Take care.
How long was that?